Hey everyone, IntoWeapons back again with you. I have a new pocket LED flashlight to share with you from ThorFire here. I was in the market for a small flashlight and I was continuously struggling with my keychain flashlight, which I have here to show you. It's kind of stuck to all this heavy amount of keys and keychain here. So I thought it would be nice to have a standalone unit that I could easily pull out of my pocket and click quickly without having to fumble around with that keychain and all the keys that were attached to it. So after doing some research, I found that ThorFire not only had numerous flashlight variations available at reasonable prices, they also had a very good reputation in overall customer service and reviews. So since my funds were limited, I was able to find this flashlight, the ThorFire PF01S, for right around $15, which was a great price for a small pocket flashlight compared to some of the competitors on the market, as well as some of the previously reviewed flashlights that I had done. So without further ado, what we'll do is we'll kind of get you a closer up look on this and see what's in the box and what it came with, things like that. Okay, so in the nice small labeled cardboard package it was sent in, it did include a printed QR scanning code on the front for getting some information on the unit, a nicely written owner's manual for operation of the flashlight. We'll go ahead and open this box up and kind of show you that here, which is real nice to have. A lot of times you have to try to fumble with it yourself and try to figure out yourself, or go online and try to figure that stuff out, so that was nice. It does have a couple of extra O-rings here for sealing, which is nice because if they do wear out, you try to struggle to find the right ones or the right size, diameter, that kind of thing. So that's nice that they included a couple extra there. And the actual flashlight. And the flashlight just came in some packaged bubble wrap there, and then there was a nice padded bottom here, so in case it was flipped around during shipping, you didn't have any damage to it. But the flashlight itself did not have a battery in there. The instructions and Amazon listing does mention it comes with a 40-day money-back guarantee, which is really nice to see. They also offer a 24-month repair option after the 40-day warranty for just the cost of the replacement parts. So while I was shopping around and checking out the different variations from ThorFire and what one I wanted to get, I knew that an important feature for me was the use of a standard battery such as a AA or AAA. I have a couple of flashlights that run on lithium batteries, which can be costly to replace in the event they stop taking a charge, but I know a lot of people really like the lithium batteries. They hold a charge a little bit longer and they can usually provide a larger or a higher output of energy, I believe, compared to its standard battery counterpart. But for me, just to be able to replace it with a standard battery is the way to go. The ThorFire PF01S is the upgraded model from the PF01 flashlight, and it's fairly new to the market at the time of making this video in December. Actually, it's December 2nd, 2016, and I believe it came out in October of 2016. The PF01S is a bit smaller, which is helpful when using as a pocket flashlight. It's also a bit brighter, and it has a memory feature to allow you to quickly turn on the flashlight to any given brightness without having to constantly find the right setting every time. I was never a fan of using my any flashlight where I had to constantly switch the features between the brightness levels and strobe settings every time, so the memory feature on this one is really nice in my opinion. Some specifics on this ThorFire flashlight PF01S taken from the Amazon listing is that the working voltages vary between 0.8 and 1.5 volts. It uses a Cree XP-G2 LED with a listed lifespan of about 20 years. The entire body of the flashlight, and I believe the clip as well, is made of an aircraft-grade aluminum and is powered by one AAA battery, which I'm using a rechargeable unit to save on cost of replacement. The max output is 120 lumens, which is pretty decent for any small pocket-sized flashlight like this. It has 3 varied brightness levels, including moonlight, low, and the high setting, which is where I typically keep it. The high-efficiency reflective lens is pretty decent compared to some of my other lights and doesn't have that normal strong halo effect, which I'm not fond of here. And maybe what I can do is kind of show you here just on this mat. And you can kind of see it's still got a little bit of a kind of a lighter or duller outer halo there, but it's not a real strong ring, which you see in a lot of flashlights like this. So that's really cool to see that they're able to kind of get that reflective light to spread out without a lot of hard lines in it. The overall size is 98 millimeters in length, 15 millimeters in width, and has a total weight of 1.6 ounces, which not only leaves a small footprint in the pocket, it also feels good in the hand when using. It includes a nice pocket clip, which I talked about, which is removable and reversible, so you can kind of adjust that as needed. The tail cap can be easily removed for battery replacement. I'll just show you that here. And one thing I really like about this is that it does have some really nice threads on there. It's not plastic or anything like that. They got it really well done. It's not marred up or milled wrong or anything like that. So they did a really good job with the thread patterns there. And everything seems to be durable, well put together. When you're holding it, doesn't seem like it's real chintzy or anything like that. And the battery just drops out. Like I mentioned, I'm using those rechargeable AAA batteries, and that just kind of saves you on the cost of having to replace standard batteries constantly. And then the positive side, the top of the battery, will go in towards the head of the unit, and then you can screw this guy back on. And a lot of times you'll have those flashlights where the actual twisting motion of the tail cap or the head will actually turn the flashlight on or off. That's not the case here, and I really like that because a lot of times you end up having a flashlight turn on in your pocket if you twist it a little too far, or it starts draining the battery when you really don't want it to be draining. So having the actual button here is real nice. The tail cap also has the on-off and brightness adjustment button, as you can see here. Which also includes a tactical no sound feature if needed. So for instance here, as you can see, I can kind of turn it on without having to turn it fully on, and you won't hear any audible click. Yet if I go ahead and click it all the way in, now it's on the fully on position. You have that audible click to let you know that you have the flashlight in the on position, as well as turning it off. You got the audible click. But again, I guess they market it as a tactical no sound type of operation there. So if you just kind of want to keep it quiet and just have a light real quickly, you have it. Although I didn't see the specified listing, I would have to imagine with its design, the O-rings used in the head of the unit here, and the quality fitting of the light's tail cap with those threads, it would be fairly water resistant, if not somewhat waterproof. So that's a real nice feature as well. You could probably drop this in a puddle or something, not have to worry about losing your flashlight or needing to replace it. Although I'm still kind of getting used to working the brightness adjustment when needed, it's fairly straightforward and easy to use. When the light is off like this, if you tap it once, it adjusts it. If you double tap it, it changes it. And if you triple tap it, and that's what I'm kind of struggling with, just getting it, finding the right kind of pressure without having it actually turn on and getting that adjustment level switched. But you'll kind of get used to it, I guess, as you use it. And then when you, and that again kind of adjusts the different levels of brightness that it has. I believe it's moonlight, low, and high. And then if you come to the chosen level, and I usually try to keep it on high, and you fully depress the button, it'll actually remember that specific setting for the next time that you turn it on. So you don't need to constantly remember. If I'm in the moonlight or if I'm going to low or high, if you want it in the high position, it will always stay in the high position if you get it to that point. So that's really nice. I like that feature a lot. The memory feature definitely helps me out. I have some flashlights where you get the strobe feature and all that stuff, and it's just a pain in the butt when you have to kind of click through there to try to find it. To change the brightness again after you're done using it, it's just a matter of turning it off and repeating that process of 1, 2, or 3 taps in order to get it to the adjustment brightness level that you want. Overall, since I've been using it, the battery has lasted as long as I would expect, and I think I didn't have a full charge of my battery when I first put it in there, so I kind of have been using it for a while now, and it's actually held together real well as far as the battery charge. The overall weight and size has made it comfortable to carry around in my pocket or clip to my pocket without me generally even noticing it's even there, which is really nice for me as well. I hate having pockets that are weighted down with a bunch of stuff you don't want. The price at its currently offered at, I really can't think of any reason I don't like it, and haven't found any other models which I would choose over this light for my intended purpose, which is just kind of an everyday carry type of thing. Well, that's about all I have on the ThorFire PF01S LED flashlight. I hope it helps someone out. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. And as always, I appreciate you watching. Until next time, take her easy, guys.